There's a space in my heart where I find the truth. I find me in you, a truth beyond what you may see now. But when we are one, we bring more good about. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. See with new eyes, allow and unfold, embrace and let go, trust the flow. There's a freedom in love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Breathe in and out, slowly feel all that's around you, all that you feel, all that you know. Let it go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. Oh, we unite. Yeah, yeah. When we unite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are welcome here. Love is welcome here. Peace is welcome here. You are welcome here.
Welcome, welcome. Grand risings, everyone. Grand risings. And in the American language, good morning. I had to explain that to someone else earlier. I said, well, it's because I'm working on cleaning up my language, because when I go home, especially Rasta brethren, they catch me on that. They say, you're morning, huh? Or did you rise this morning? I said, oh, I rose. So grand risings to everyone. We are all alive and present. Take a deep breath and activating and grounding into this space. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Ocala, this place of life, learning, laughter, and love. I know you could be any place, but here you are today, and I'm so happy and excited that one of our newest members is present today. Hi, Miss Nova. She is like, I have been here. I've just been on the other side of mommy's tummy, but here I am today on the outside, so it's so awesome to have you here. Any new people today, never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Today is a little bit of a different service because what we do is Circle Sunday today. And just a little bit about who we are. Our mission here at Center for Spiritual Living Ocala is that we embody and share truth principles and spiritual practices, and that empowers us to awaken to the power and presence that lies within, all around us, so that we may facilitate spiritual healing and the elevation of our individual and collective consciousness. And we all know that we want to be elevated. I know I do, because, oh boy, recently I've been feeling a little low, low, low. But then I walked in this room and I looked at your face and I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. She's just sitting next to me, man. I feel the power coming off of this being. It's awesome. You're jealous? You know what? It's a circle, which means it's doing this deal. So you're all getting the energy, and maybe she's as powerful like this for me because she's getting it from you. Isn't this wonderful? Our vision here at Center for Spiritual Living Ocala is that we are a thriving new thought community dedicated to spiritual growth and practice, sacred activism, and the transformative love that reveals our interconnectedness and oneness. And in my native language is the one love, right? One love, one heart. Let's get together and do what? Feel all right. Y'all know the song. Come on now. Sacred activism. You know, I love to bring that back to my own culture because this is why I am here and this is why I do what I do. Sacred activism is the intersection of consciousness and action. It is the place where prayer and service activate love and spiritual principles become lived practice. Sacred activism is how we show up as a beneficial presence in the world. Everything that we do, every decision that we make, may it come from the space of that one love. Our values here, we chose them as a community. And if this rings true for you, you may go ahead and say it to yourself or even say it out loud here in the space as we're creating this beautiful container together. Wholeness of spirit, spiritual and personal growth, collaborative, synergistic community, abundance and prosperity, love and compassion, appreciation and gratitude, peace and balance, power of freedom, diversity and inclusion, and generosity. Thank you so much. And it's just something about saying those things out loud to yourself and then to say that in a space with others that you say, hey, you know what? That lines up with who I am. And once I know where your values are, then we can meet in the same space and grow from there. Yay! And family. And family. We love our soul family and our blood family. So at this time, we'd like to do something which is an acknowledgement of the native lands. The original indigenous tribes of Marion County, Florida, is Okali, and hopefully I'm saying it correctly. If I'm not, please, I would like someone of that influence to please correct me. Potano, Akura, and I think they all came to Mikua, was the main body and tribe that was here. And so in this meditative moment, I don't have Grandmother Drum here, but just feeling the energy of that, just saying the names out loud, acknowledging that we do have a history here as Americans. I proudly sit here as an American now, Jamaican born and American grown. And so I get to share all of these experiences with people, who I am in my culture, who you are in your culture, who she is, who he is and will be, is all of us in this space together. And so as we take this moment of just knowing that the divine essence that is your heartbeat, that's there, always. Whether or not you want to acknowledge its presence, it's just there. And sometimes we have to kind of put our hand on our chest just to be reminded that there's something greater happening. And guess what? I don't have to control it. Yeah. There's something. Yeah. Yeah. the divine essence, that which is here in each of us. Some of us have control of the form. Yesterday was very difficult for me because I watched my granddaughter lose control of the form. And she's only 4. It's only been 4 years she's been on this planet. In a prickly world, in a society that's confusing, we're each in our moment. But, yes, is that a little better? Yes. So we're each in our moment. I know, I just tend to, thank you. But just to remember that this is here. We were once a baby looking out. Hopefully we get to an age where we can look out and know the story of others, some whose story ended and we kept on going, and we can tell their story and sing their song. And it's this that anchors us, that present moment, that reminder, the sound bath that we're in, the sound of my voice, the baby, the laughter, the smile, all of it. You're being given all of it. Grace is giving it to you right now. And just stopping, recognizing, and accepting. It's from that space of divine grace. You come with your own experiences today to share in the circle, in the container that is this group. Because your life and your voice is spirit speaking and loving and being and growing and experiencing. And my experience is not yours. And I know you have something that you can share. And it takes bravery. Bravery to open your mouth and say, this is what I have experienced. This is what helped me. Because you may put words to somebody's feelings. He's having his feeling. So here's what we teach here. Just in coming back, just being aware of the present moment, having to zone ourselves in. Even the children had to zone in until they broke that connection, right? The practical study of consciousness and truth principles from scientific, philosophical, psychological, and spiritual perspectives. Because all of it's God anyway. As far as I know, it's all God. I want to know everything God has to say. That empowers individuals to maximize their human potential. It is based on the principle that consciousness is the source and substance of all that is. We are one with that consciousness, and we use it to create our experience of life. This is what we teach here. Remember we talked about spiritual tools? Guess what? You got some tools in your arsenal that you can help us with. I am always open to learning new tools. This is what's wonderful about this teaching, is that we're all on our own spiritual journey, and our inspirator, Reverend Cindy Grimes, who is the leader of our spiritual circle, the 2 practitioners, myself and my wife Norma, we sit in that circle and we say, okay, what kind of spiritual food? What do our people want? What are they saying? Because, people give us feedback and information. And then we come up with all these different ways of being, and her background in social work and in peace building and what she is doing in our community, just her history of being a part of the police family, her husband, her father. I mean, just her positioning in this community and who she has been. She brought this, like Spirit spoke through her to bring this to us last week. So if you weren't here present, please go back. The magic of the internet is that you can go back, put it on in the background while you're cleaning your house and listen. Go backwards. Just listen to all of it because it's there. Listen to the stuff from when we were in COVID, in the pandemic. Great stuff was coming through people like her to bring us here. So this is what she spoke about last week. How to effectively raise, aka elevate your voice. Because we all feel like now that, oh, I see something going on. How can I, well, I want to, but, I don't want to harm. I want to help. How can you do that? And then widen your circles of compassion. And she spoke of this. How do you do it? You address your unhealed pain and trauma. Yours and others hurt people. And hurt people hurt people. And heal people heal others. Address it. Do your work. Honey, you may need a team around you. A medical team. I know I do. It's your mind, your body, your spirit. You need your doctor, your psychiatrist, your therapist, your coaches, all of these people. Your Reiki masters, hello. Your healers, your ministers, your practitioners, all of them. Bring everybody to the table. I need to elevate. Thank you so much for joining today. All of you have play a role in my life as part of my team. Set clear boundaries for yourself and your relationships. So look around you, who's closest to you. And then set loving boundaries. And sometimes it's an energetic boundary. They don't even have to know. You just suddenly aren't available. Embrace your personal power and encourage others to do the same. Remember that? The heartbeat that's right here? Guess what? You're the only one with that unique one. You're the only one with that. And you are the only one that can translate the language of your inner world to the rest of us. You're the only one who speaks that language. How powerful is that? Embrace it. And then encourage others to do the same. Ask them who they are. Say, hey, teach me your language. You move beyond paradigms of dominance and submission to collaboration and partnership. Practice compassion for yourself and others. Give grace. Give grace to yourself and others. Sometimes the grace is in the boundary. I've had to do that. For people who can't help themselves, I give grace. I set that loving boundary so that I may show up for you. And that is grace. In the Alliance of Divine Love, to which I've been a minister for over 17 years now, because we've been together 18 married, when I became a minister, before I found this teaching and took that oath as a minister and accepted that rose, it was about that compassion and the greatest degree of love. Put everybody in the middle. And you got to put yourself in there too. The greatest degree. It's very important. And then that is where you can come from to have the courage to repair rifts, offering the graves, and to forgive as often as needed. The great teacher, the example for me, the Christ. How many times do I forgive? 70 times 7. Geez, how many times is that? For each infraction, each person. That's a lot. So I just give grace instead. I can't count that much. I just give grace instead each time. So here are our questions today. And for the circle, for anybody actually in the circle who wants to keep the questions forward when we break off into our circles, go ahead and take a photo of the questions, so that way the questions are right there on your device. It'll make it a little easier to refer back. And maybe also when you go back home or throughout your week, you might ask yourself these same questions and be like, ooh, and then it's going to come back up in your feed. Hello, if you're somebody like me and you have your Google Photos, things like this show up in my feed, and it says, oh, what messages have you received about raising your voice? And this is how Spirit speaks to me on a regular. And ancestors bring these things back to my awareness. Again, we are a center for spiritual living. It's about you living your life, not just when you come here on a Sunday. It's about how you're showing up out there in the world. Sacred activism, remember? Yeah. All right. The second question, has anyone ever spoken up on your behalf? What did you feel like to have an advocate? I can't wait to share mine. Do you feel more challenged speaking up for yourself or others? What do you think has contributed to this tendency? And then, what can you do to elevate your voice and our collective consciousness? Thank you so much to Reverend Cindy and Spirit for these wonderful questions that make us ponder and share. So we will be breaking out into smaller groups. I do have our 3 circle leaders here. Wait, is there a fourth? One. Hmm? 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. So let's see, how many people here? I say 3 circle. 18. Okay. Are you guys going to be online in a circle? Or do you guys want to break out into a circle? Okay, so you guys will be a part of the 3, okay? All right, you'll just pick one of the 3. Somebody to go with. All right, let's go ahead and count off 1, 2, 3. Can we go ahead and do that for me, please? Mhm. 2. Okay. All right, where do you guys want to go to break off into? All the 2s? Um, hmm. Outside? 2s want to go outside? Is it too hot? Th- think of, if you're a 2, 3s will stay here.